So we want to take this opportunity to thank you and giving us this time to answer some of our questions in regards to our biliteracy education campaign. So for the first question is, why is biliteracy education important?
Biliteracy education is incredibly important for many reasons. First of all, it's got huge opportunities for students to gain access to college, to learn how to promote their culture and their language and feel confident and important and valued as a student of a different background, whether they're a native English speaker or a native speaker of a different language. It empowers them and gives them confidence and skills that are very valued in a global workplace and workforce. So access to college and access to work in their future, and that's really why we educate our students, right? We educate them not for what they can do today, but what their opportunities will be tomorrow.
So the next question is, where do you imagine this campaign will go, and how big could it potentially get?
Well, first of all, the campaign is great because it hits all different stakeholders. You're hitting parents, schools, superintendents, maybe politicians, people who make a big difference. But I think the stakeholder that the nature of this campaign kind of hits the most, it's the most important, is the student themselves, the child themselves. Because if they don't understand the value of learning another language or keeping their native language and continuing to study or working harder than their peer who isn't learning more than one language, and they have to work a little harder, then they won't sustain it. They won't continue beyond a certain point. And so I think the nature of the campaign will really affect students themselves and empower them to know the value of being biliterate and being proud of it and giving them that confidence. So I can see it going all over the world. I don't see, you should think big. You should definitely think big because it's a wonderful thing to be biliterate and to be proud of it. And everyone who speaks a language can connect to it, and everyone who doesn't speak a language who wish that they did can connect to it. So I think it has unlimited potential.
For the third question, how does the campaign of biliteracy promote the diverse needs of the learners?
It's really interesting as a principal who was a principal of an elementary school that was a regular elementary school, and then the principal of a school where students learn 3 languages. I can just see how learning different languages really does meet the needs of all learners. Kids who need more challenge, they have more challenge. Kids that need extra support, they are reaping the cognitive benefits. So while they might not see the results immediately, in the long term, they benefit greatly. So it meets the whole range, from the kids that need the extra challenge to the kids who need the extra support, and all the kids in between. All benefit in different ways from biliteracy.
And our last question, where do you see us promoting this campaign?
Well, as I said before, you're hitting all different stakeholders. So I would definitely, businesses, the corporate world, politics, families, communities, conferences. Language conferences are a great place. But anywhere that, I would design your campaign to hit the different stakeholders. So if you're trying to do something with students and maybe high school clubs, you find ways to spread it through different organizations and let it take on a life of its own, which I think it already might be. So that's a wonderful thing. Kind of tailor it to your different groups, and what's great about it is that anyone who sees it will instantly understand what this is all about and value it.
Well, thank you, Olympia, for taking this time, and we appreciate it.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.
Mm-hmm.